PIX11 traffic report presented by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens.
All right, it's 7:33 right now, and subway service is up and running this morning, but there are some disruptions due to the weather.
Metro North and LARR trains also impacted, so let's find out what's going on right from the source. MTA Chairman Jenna Lieber joining us now live to see what is going on. Good morning, Chairman. Good to see you this morning.
Dan, Hazel, good to be with you.
So which subway lines or trains overall are the most impacted this morning? I'm sure some of the outside elements, kind of or elevated tracks, or where your real issues are. What are you seeing?
Well, big picture, Dan, Hazel, is that you've got your entire mass transit system in MTA territory operating. You got your subways, you got buses, commuter rail. We are going to see delays on the subways, partly because we have a crews trying to get in from New Jersey, and we know that NJT is suspended. But we're operating the whole system, including express trains on the subways. We have very limited reroutes on a couple of routes in the bus system, but all of our buses have been chained and are rolling this morning. Commuter rails, Metro North is operating a really robust holiday schedule, 550 trains during the course of the day. Long Island Railroad, 750 trains, although it is an enhanced weekend schedule. The principal impacts that we're likely to see are just the delays that come from crew issues and from maintaining the condition of the rails. You get, when switches get frozen, that's when you get into trouble in terms of maintaining service. We're dealing with that. You've got maintainers standing there by the switches to make sure that we can de-ice on a constant basis. But big picture, everything is running. Now listen to Governor Hochul when she says, if you can work remote and you can stay home, do so. But if you got to get somewhere, MTA's got you.
Yeah, I was out there yesterday after we were covering the storm, taking the subway. We noticed that there are a lot of MTA workers out there clearing the snow as fast as it was coming down. We did, though, see some snow inside the subways. You see it on the platforms. Did that cause any issues for the commuters?
Listen, New Yorkers are hardy. The folks who actually are out there, like you, Hazel, in a day like yesterday, are mostly just telling us that they're thrilled that they were able to get from A to B, notwithstanding the fact that the whole world seemed to be shutting down. We're very proud of our ability to put on service. I'll tell you, 15,000 MTA workers labored right through the storm yesterday and through the night to make sure that we can put on a Monday morning commute, and we're doing it, and we're very, very proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, it is yeoman's work that you guys did out there yesterday and today, and you make a really good point about some folks that just need to get to work, meaning your own employees who need to find their way in. What's tomorrow looking like, if we can just look ahead, because there's going to be a deep freeze for a bit, right? And I think a lot of people are going to go back to work tomorrow. Are you anticipating full service for all areas?
Yeah, more of the same. I mean, obviously you're dealing with new conditions as the snow abates, the risk of thaw and refreeze and the conditions that brings on. But we're ready for everything. We prepared like all get out before the storm, and we will be prepared for the post-storm conditions. Really hoping that our friends at sanitation who have been plowing 24/7 can also help us to dig out of some of those bus stops which have got drifts in front of them. We want our bus riders to be able to get on and off the bus, but we're very attentive. I am especially hoping that NJT starts to operate service both to get our workers in, but also because we have one area west of Hudson, the Pascagoula Valley line, the Port Jervis line, Rockland and Orange counties, that actually is NJT service. So we need those MTA customers to be able to get back in. But otherwise, we're planning for full commuting tomorrow.
Yeah, and so how are you prepping, though, also for this deep freeze? Because we're going to be stuck in these frigid cold temperatures for the next few days.
Yeah, I mean, for us, the key yesterday was to get the snow off the third rail, and that's the case for our outdoor areas of the subway. Over 200 miles of our subway system are outdoors, and also for commuter rail. Now that the snow is stopped, we'll be focusing on maintaining a de-icing, making sure that you don't get any switches that get iced up, which starts to inhibit service. So that's where the focus is. And obviously, making sure that the buses continue to roll, even though the roadways themselves may be a little challenging. So we're gonna be a little slower, but we're gonna be on service.
All right, MTA Chairman Jeff, what is it? What do you guys do? When you're here, there's a storm. Do you all say, okay, let's get out our logoed fleeces and throw them on at the same time? Is it a thing?
Dan, if I were dressed like you, my workforce would be very suspicious. You know, I was out at all the depots over the weekend and visiting the Rail Control Center. People are dressed for winter weather,
Gotcha.
and we're all preparing for outdoor activities.
All right.
So I'll put my tie and jacket back on to try to match up when I come to visit you in the studio.
Man. Your crews are doing a great job, so thank you for all they're doing out there.
Good to see you.
During
You
this
bet.
storm. All right.
You bet.
7:39 right now, and big cleanup underway after the massive winter storm over the weekend.
Yeah, residents in Mahwah, New Jersey, right? They saw more than 14 inches of snow there. All of this making for hazardous road conditions. Our PIX11's Angela Bavaro is live for us in Mahwah. Are you back at the diner this morning? Is Joy there?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, back at the diner. Unfortunately, no Joy sighting yet. There is still time, though. But maybe she's home getting some rest, well-deserved rest. She was awesome yesterday. People love Joy. Joy, if you're watching, we love you. Let's talk about these conditions out here, because if you're waking up, heading to your car, hopefully this is not what you're dealing with, but this is the case in some spots. Take a look. We have these giant piles of snow that have built up. They've been plowed. And at this point, we're talking about some pretty hard snow. This is coarse. This is not fun to shovel. I mean, take a look at this. This is the kind of stuff you were dealing with this morning if you have to get out by your car and do that shoveling. Not going to be a fun time as this deep freeze really settles in. Take a look at this van. This is what some people are waking up to, what they're dealing with this morning. We've got those big piles of snow covering some of these vehicles, about, I want to say, a foot of snow on top of that van. Gives you a good idea of what happened yesterday. Talking about those road conditions, if you spin back this way again, this is the State Line Diner. This is Route 17. And based on what we saw from earlier this morning, there is some progress, more blacktop visible along Route 17. Roads are very quiet right now, but still kind of tricky in some spots. We have some video here that I want to show you of us driving around earlier as well. And you still have that thin layer of snow in some spots. That is what you were dealing with this morning if you do have to head out. And that is the issue. It can be very tricky, especially as this deep freeze settles in. We're talking about those icing opportunities as well as that refreeze. We spoke with the county executive here in Bergen County, warning about how cold it's going to be, not only presenting issues on the roads, but also maybe in your homes. You want to take care of those. Take a listen.
Frozen pipes. We want to make sure, right? People need to make sure that they're careful about making sure there's no cold air infiltration to their buildings or their houses, and they sustain some freeze up in pipes.
And as we come back out live here, this is the parking lot once again, just a mess at this point of slush, hard snow, maybe ice in some spots, so really be careful where you're stepping. Here in Bergen County, schools are closed. Those county buildings are closed as well. The main message from the county executive, if you can stay home, just stay home. Let these crews do their jobs. They're out salting. And the county executive, pretty confident that he says roads should be in good shape a little later this morning. Again, we are seeing that blacktop more visible hour by hour, so that is some good news. But if you can stay home, I highly advise you do so, because honestly, it's not fun standing out here. It's very cold despite me being bundled up. We are live in Mahwah. I'm Angelo Bavaro, PIX11 News.
And we know how much you love the snow, Angelo.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Not much.
Right.
All right, thanks. Thanks so much. It's 7:42 right now.
We'll be right back.